Yo, 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 welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Black Flash Gaming. It's your boy, Brian. Uh, I'm going to attempt this might end up being a showcase one-shot um, episode, but I kind of hope it turns into an actual stream if it works out the way I want. And that is, I will be doing Final Fantasy 14 playthrough, which is really fun. Um, but yeah, let's kind of get into the run of things here. You're not going to see much yet because I kind of like that they don't show the base screen. Let me get set up here. Yo, what up, Mr. Monkey? Yeah, right, dude. I really hope that I can. This would be a really, really fun playthrough for you guys to see because I gotta say, by far of all the Final Fantasies I've ever played, 14 is my favorite, and that's saying a lot because 7 remake was really amazing. Okay, so far broadcast resumed. So you guys can see what I'm seeing for right now. Um, what will probably dictate whether or not this is going to be a one shot is they if they don't let you guys see the cutscenes. If they don't let you guys see the cutscenes, then I probably won't stream it. Because cutscenes are going to be so powerful. I really hope they do because I would love for you guys to be able to like follow my journey. Just because this is one of the greatest MMOs in my heart. I'm not saying it's the greatest MMO of all time. You all have your MMOs you love, and they're still amazing and beautiful. This one, just for me, hits home. This has been very close to me. I actually played this the day it came out on PlayStation in 2014. So, but yeah, I'm going to talk more about this, but let's get into the fold of it all. One of the only games that I know of so far that lets me do something really cool, which is relive. No, stop it. I can do New Game Plus. So, real question is what I want to be, though. What class do I want to be for this? I think that I will just be a Viper. I'll stick with the Viper. Alright, let's start it up. The very first game, or the very first quest of all time. So, away we go, guys. A journey to be had. And for those who don't know, the Final Fantasy XIV community is still insanely strong. For well over a decade, they've been strong. Momodi of Quicksand wants to introduce you to a certain someone of the Ul'dah Dispatch Yard. Well, youngling, how are you finding our fine Ul'dah then? Got your bearings about you yet? If so, mayhap it's time you ventured beyond the city walls. The bustling streets of Ul'dah are one thing, but the wilds of Thanalan, that's another altogether. I would love to play with Rob, but I don't know if I would want to push that on him. I mean, I can ask him, and you guys can kind of poke him, but, I mean, guys, I gotta be completely upfront with you. To do this playthrough it's a $15 subscription every month, and when it comes to money, I don't really want to push on my compatriots to pay for a subscription when we're just streaming it. If he's cool with it, I would love to have him. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I'd approach that one. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to, and you. Name of Papa Shan. You'll find him over at the Ul'dah Dispatch Yard. No doubt he'll have some work for you. The dispatch yard's over in central Thanaland. Just head out the door across the hall and you'll see the Gate of Nald staring right back at you. Pass through it and head east. You'll come upon it for long. There's dangers behind the wall, though, more than I'd care to count. Nothing too terrible, mind you, but feisty enough to attack you if you draw near. Don't say nobody cared enough to warn you. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Monkey, I hear you and I read what you had to say. I mean, you know what? I'll give him a ring. I'll see what he thinks, but I wouldn't bet on it. Okay? But you can bet on me doing it, though. You can bet on me doing it. That'd be banger, though, if I had Rob playing with me. Dude, fun fact, guys, Rob actually played that with me. Way back when. Like, I think 2014 and a little bit of 15, me and him played it together. Unfortunately, I was a delinquent and a Neanderthal and a flaker, so I didn't stick with it like I should have. So he ended up playing a lot of it by himself, and I felt really bad. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Give me 1 second. Alright, there we go. First, I'm cheating a little bit because I already have mounts and stuff. Alright. Well, you certainly look the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul Momodi advised me to expect, I'm Papa Shan, station master of the humble dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than a tired old lalafell, passing on his final years in quiet and solitude. 12 know there have been plenty of both those last 5 years since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. Yet now true Udons work together, doing all in our power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have rebuilt Ul'dah to the grandeur and majesty that you see today. The railways which run through the dispatch yard, too, were born of the noble efforts of a great many souls. But there is still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our line of supply remains. And there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. Ul'dah needs the aid of you and your brethren, friend. In fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point, I suppose. I do believe I have some work suited for one of your ability. Put on that, bad boy. Okay. Alright. Since you've come all this way, perhaps you can perform an errand for me. It just so happens a number of sentries have been sent to guard the area. A dispatch for the A dispatch for the dispatch yard, as it were. Okay, I actually thought I was like repeating words, but no, he literally wrote it that way. They have long been away from the shade and feather beds of the city. The hot days and cold nights can play hells on the mind and body out here. It it isn't much, but go and give them these twilight pretzels, would you? I find comfort food always helps when I feel like killing myself. Oh my god. Ah, yes, the simple days when I was handing food out to people. Halt, sir. I'm going to have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. State your name and business. A Twilight Pretzel from Papa Sean? By the gods, forgive me. You could say this new post has my nerves in a twist. I'm terribly sorry for that. Yes, well, you may rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe so long as I stand watch. Please, give Papa Sean my thanks, and tell him that I only wish I could repay the favor. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. 12 save me, scorching days, freezing nights. This post will be the end of me. A Twilight Pretzel? Don't mind if I do. And now, that's a refreshing God's damn pretzel. I feel reborn. You should play Pokemon Legends. I do not own that. I don't know if Mr. Monkey's still here. If you're still here, Mr. Monkey, I don't think I own that, but I mean, I'm not above suggestions. So if I find that it's on sale or something, definitely, man. I love recommendations. Thank you. Western Front, clear. Eastern Front, clear. For me? From Papa Sean? A Twilight Pretzel. My favorite. How did he know? Can't fight on an empty stomach now, can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting. Yeah, that blows my mind. Why are you Sultan Sworn? Which is supposed to be fighting, like nonstop, but you have no stomach for fighting, bro. You're fired. But I guess that's kind of a thing, during times of peace, right? They would just hire anyone. I guess if his legs is fast enough to report an incident, I guess that kind of works. You've returned, and with a deal fewer pretzels, I see. Tell me, how fare are Sultan Sword's sentries? Did they have anything to report? Anything at all? What? Nothing? Are you sure? Oh dear. Take this for your troubles, then, and stay a moment. There's more I would ask of you. Brian, I have just this moment. No, the time for concealment has passed. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news, which is the real reason I sent you to meet those Sultan Sworn. young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home, and I have been ordered to see her safe return. The Sultan Sworn you met earlier are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems that they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start, but we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less honorable motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. That cannot happen, Brian. It must not. I need you to help me find her. Praise the 12, I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to expand the search, but Thanalan is vast and there is only so many of us. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilira. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultan Tree. Good luck. Get me in the right direction here. Oh, Sultan Tree. You are about to enter an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. Yeah, bring it on, bro.
Oh, Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear.
Okay, sweet. So cutscenes are showing up. So this is important. This is what I wanted right here. So I will actually do the playthrough, guys.
As you command, O Lilira. Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
We both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us. And I'd prefer not to join them, if it's all the same to you. Ah, you must be the one that Papa Shan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge. You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness. You should return with us. The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilira's protector in person. Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way. As for you, dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way.
Oh, no worries. I'll definitely stay in harm's way. I'm going to pull back a little bit here. I really like Viper. I actually haven't seen all the combos that it does, but this is probably the most combo-related class I've fought yet. Not to say that I don't like the magic classes either. They're pretty fun. I really like the Viper. it's very smooth, too. I love how... Alright, so those who know Final Fantasy XIV know who the guy is next to me fighting, so it's really funny when they call him, in the very beginning of the game, Handsome Stranger. That's such an ego play. Now, I would have immediately have one-shotted this enemy, but the way... I really love this, actually. I really, really love this. The way they do instance battles is they cap you. Just like right now, I'm capped at level 8, even though I'm like, I don't know, level 80 or something. And because, you know, they want to ensure the experience.
Hear, feel, think. Crystal Bearer. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. shine thy light on all creation.
Ah, coming around now.
Would you mind telling me what that was?
If I only knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The void scent? Here? But how?
The Don't
I
suppose
skipped it,
the
but if
answer
you
came
really
to
need
you
to
in a
see what he
dream?
said, it wasn't too much. I didn't mean to press X on that. I'll try to be better. Wink, wink.
No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt. Interesting. I hadn't considered the crystal. But of course, this changes everything. Oh, just thinking aloud? At any rate, we haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once. I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
How dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe? I shall return and tell them myself.
As you wish, your impetuousness. I suspect we shall meet again before long. Until then, do try and stay awake.
I can't wait for him to formally introduce himself. He is truly an awesome guy. We are going to teleport back because ain't no time for running around. I gotta report back to Papa Sean. Ugh. That means I have to go back out through the center gate. Oh no, people are doing party things. Thank the gods you returned. You had us all worried. You do realize what would happen if a person of your noble stature were to be injured, or worse? Why, her grace the Sultana would be beside herself with grief, or so would her subjects. I dare say they'd be weeping in the streets. But I have already given you cause to weep, Papa Shan. You and the people of Uda. I'm gonna have a really hard time doing female voices. Please, you're not to say such things. We will find it, I swear you. It is not my place to make demands, m'lady, but I beg you, please stay out of harm's way. I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papa Shan. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. Sorry, guys, I had to take care of something. I'm somewhat of a busy man. Even when I'm streaming, I try to make as much time as I can, but... Ugh. Anyways, back to what we were doing. I cannot thank you enough, Brian. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Lelyra from void-sent fiends. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the royal vaults. Alas, a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. A sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his shoulder. I see you met Thancred. He is a scholar who spent his days investigating oddities in the ether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. As for you, Brian, you just the sort of adventurer we need around here. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Thanalan as you did to us today. You're an adventurer, yes? If you're not otherwise occupied, I'd a favor to ask. I've resolved to repay a debt of gratitude, which I owe to the owner of Coffer and Coffin. For this purpose, I've purchased the Royal Plantations, a prodigiously plump pumpkin, a particularly popular piece of produce. Alas, I cannot part this place to procure and proffer the pumpkin. You see, the scheduled shipment from the Nanawa mines, for which I wait, is late. I would prevail upon you to pick up the pumpkin in my stead, and see it safely to Coffer and Coffin. Present the receipt of purchase to Gagari at the Royal Plantations, and she will yield it to you. I apologize for asking you to attend to this time-consuming task, but I truly appreciate your assistance. Yeah, alright, buddy. Words. If Sikoda, I can't say that correctly, doesn't come calling soon, this spectacular specimen shall sadly be past its prime. Oh, so you're to deliver the decadent delight? I can say with confidence that any gourmand would be grateful for such a gift. Here is the pumpkin. I hope it meets with Roger's approval. Fresh produce is somewhat scarce in these parts. As such, we are always deluged with demand. You know the way to Coffer and Coffin, correct? It's beyond the bridge to the northwest. Look for a place where local laborers lounge. And of course, I can fly, so makes it a little bit easier on me. Drink for you, laddie. You won't get better ale or spirits for your coin than at me place. What's that? We Kikura Sisidoa asked me to bring this here to me? Ha! Heh! So even that foul-mouthed drunk knows the meaning of remorse. Reckon this is for the time I carried his drink-sodden arse back home. But hells, an honest-to-God's pumpkin from the Royal Plantations. I can't wait to see what the cooks will do with her. The lads here scoff down beastly amounts of meat, and it's starting to tell on their health. It'll be good to get more vegetables in their bellies, assuming I can get the stubborn bastards to try something new. Thanks for your help, laddie. Word is, Black Brush Station's sorely undermanned. The stone torches there can't get a moment's peace. A bloke by the name of Warren is hoping to bolster their numbers for a short-term assignment or two. If you fancy putting a few extra gil in your pocket, you could do a lot worse. Looking for work, perchance? If so, you couldn't have come at a better time. We stone torches are sellsword hires by Imagina and Sons Mineral Concern to protect its interests. Our primary duty here is to keep the tracks clear of pests, and it is for this purpose that we require your aid. I should point out, however, that it can be messy work, and liable to get messier still if you're ill prepared. A single piece of gear can mean the difference between life and death. I'll not have it on my conscience that I sent an ill-equipped adventurer to an untimely demise. See to it that your arms and armor are in order. When you're ready, present yourself to me again. Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with gear of item level 5 or above before returning to speak with Warren. Pretty sure definitely have that. So you're ready for inspection? Good. Everything appears in order. You know that naught is guaranteed in this world. Fate is a fickle mistress, after all. At any rate, capable adventurers like you are few and far between, and I would not have you throw your life away. I have had to bury too many comrades who brushed aside cracks in their hauberks and dents in their helms. No matter what you face, do not disregard the importance of gear. Let's get to it then, shall we? Ore wagons pass through the station every day, but not without incident. Wagons coming and going from the dispatch yard to the south must pass through a tunnel by Veska's watch. A tunnel in which some genius saw fit to put an ore storage house, creating ideal conditions for a Koblin nest. So now the ore-loving beasts have taken up residence in a tunnel we dug, and we're practically delivering meals to their doorstep. But no more. Inside the tunnel in question, you will find a narrow fissure where the Koblins hide. Use the silver ore cluster to lure out the creatures, then slay them. Yeah, see, when they don't restrict my level, a lot of things are going to get one shot. Well done. It shan't be easy work to keep the tunnel free of Koblins, but our wagons should be able to go unmolested for a time. Disruptions to ore shipments threaten not only the interests of Imagina and Sons Mineral Concern, but of Ulda herself. One might liken these train tracks to veins that bear our nation's lifeblood. If only we had more men like you to lend a hand. With that, I need just a couple moments. Okay. Ah, the altruistic adventurer. I was hoping we'd bump into each other. Why? Because the most fascinating piece of news recently reached my ears, and I'm eager to share it. May I? Rumor has it that there is a vast, untapped vein of ore beneath the ruins of Sildi. But that is not all. Inconceivably, the concern appears to be entirely ignorant of its existence. Even as we speak, a young upstart, a self-made merchant from Stone's Throw, of all places, is moving to claim it. The fellow's name is Whiston, and he is a very, very ambitious young man. Not only does he intend to secure exclusive excavation rights, but they say his master plan is to use his newfound fortune to curry favor with the Sacrarium. Words. Of course, the thaumaturgs only consider the opinions of the most wealthy when drafting the laws of Ul'dah. If you would have your voice heard, you must be prepared to pay a sultan's ransom. One voice which is invariably heard belongs to Lord Lolorito. He has long lavished guild upon the thaumaturgs, and some claim that he devises new laws with the express intention of ruining his competitors while protecting his own interests. Suffice it to say, if Wyston thinks he can compete with the likes of the Syndicate, he is in for a rude awakening. But that eventuality may yet to be a little ways off. For the present, he is moving ahead with his plans and assembling a team to survey the site. I am told he is at Coffer and Coffins right now, recruiting able-bodied adventurers to escort his prospectors. Warren said you were looking for work. Mayhap you should meet Whiston and volunteer for his expedition. But what with overseeing the search of the vein, I barely have a chance to visit the privy at the moment, much less entertain younglings. Can you give these ginger cookies and convince them to go home for me? Sorry, if I forget to read a sentence here and there, this is new to me. I ain't going nowheres, mister. I'm too hungry to move. Besides, so you'll have to carry me. A cookie? Well, if Whiston really wants me to go home, then alright. But I want 2 next time. But Whiston always plays with us. Why won't he come out and play? Wow, a ginger cookie. I'd better save some for my brother. I know. I'll go home and eat it with him. Whiston's kind to us. I like him. This is for me? I want to eat it, but then again I don't, because then it'd be gone. Tell Whiston thanks and tell him I'm sorry for getting in the way. I like playing with Whiston. He makes sure no one bullies us. Whiston's worried about us? Oh, I don't want to make him worried. I'm a good girl, so I'll go home. Thank you, adventurer. I only wish I could do more. Stone's Throw is no place for a child. Not that my childhood was much happier. Never enough food to go around, nor work to earn it, but no shortage of contempt from the great and the good. I remember thinking things could only get better, yet now, after the calamity and everything else, for us refugees to be forced to live outside the gates like bloody beastmen is a disgrace. They say with enough money, you can change the laws here. So I'm going to make a fortune and do just that. I'll buy the excavation rights and start my own mining business. Then I'll give my fellow refugees the work they're crying out for, and pay them fairly. The mining companies have profited from our suffering for too long, but in their hubris they've grown complacent, presenting us with a golden opportunity. And we will take it, adventurer. We will reclaim our dignity, and with it our place within those walls. We found her. We found the vein. Whiston, you must come and see. Already? Amazing! We must leave at once. You should join me, my friend. Come and bear witness to the history in the making. And with that, I'm actually going to end this here, guys. I'm going to do another stream. I just got to take a couple minutes to take care of some private business, but I'll be back in a couple minutes.